The next 2 weeks from July 21st to August 1st on Days of Our Lives will take Salem by storm, and you're going to want a front row seat. A chilling medical mystery surrounding Marlena, Sarah's shocking kiss with Brady, and Gabby's dangerous seduction games that could tear families apart. From courtroom collapses to hidden babies, broken alliances to hypnotic revelations, this chapter of Days is setting the stage for explosive consequences. Let's break down everything you need to know, with detailed analysis of each twist, secret, and betrayal coming your way. The air in the courtroom is heavy. Every seat is filled, the gavel has struck, and Johnny DiMera's future hangs in the balance. But just as tensions reach a fever pitch, something no one expects happens. Marlena Evans collapses. Time seems to freeze. Gasps ripple through the room. Belle Black, seated close by, rushes to her mother's side, her face twisted in panic. Court security clears the space, and paramedics arrive within seconds, wheeling Marlena away as murmurs fill the room. What just happened? Is it stress? Something more? At the hospital, doctors run every test imaginable. Blood work, scans, neurological evaluations. The results? Impossibly clean. No sign of infection, stroke, or even fatigue. Physically, Marlena is fine, but something deeper, something unseen, is stirring inside her. Soon, she begins having vivid dreams. Not ordinary dreams, but strange, intense visions steeped in her dark past with Stefano DiMera. In these dreams, she's once again his queen of the night, lost in a hypnotic fog of power and possession. The memories are so clear, so emotionally charged, that she begins to question whether she's reliving the past, or receiving a warning from beyond. Is Stefano, the ghost of DiMera power and manipulation, somehow reaching out from the grave? Could his influence still be lingering, quietly corrupting from the shadows? Belle watches her mother deteriorate emotionally and mentally and grows suspicious. Marlena's behavior shifts subtly. She's guarded, evasive, even defensive when questioned about Johnny's case. Belle begins to suspect her mother knows more than she's letting on, perhaps even the identity of the real shooter. Is Marlena protecting someone she loves? Or is she being manipulated once again by the legacy of a man who refused to die, even in death? This isn't just a health scare. It's the beginning of a psychological mystery that could unravel Marlena's legacy, destroy her credibility, and jeopardize Johnny's chance at justice. And no one, especially Belle, knows just how far the rabbit hole goes. In another part of Salem, a very different kind of battle is being waged, one fueled by seduction, ambition, and the delicate art of deception. Gabby Hernandez is in full control, or so she thinks. After forming a secret alliance with Tony DiMera to help him regain control of the DiMera empire, Gabby devises a ruthless plan. Her strategy? Divide and conquer, by targeting the Kuriakis brothers where they're most vulnerable, their hearts. First on her list is Xander Kuriakis. Gabby lures him into a carefully orchestrated encounter at the bistro, wrapping her words in flirtation and timing every glance with precision. Then, at just the right moment, she kisses him. But this wasn't just about Xander. Gabby knew Sarah Horton might walk in. And she did. The look on Sarah's face is one of devastation. But she doesn't cry. She doesn't beg. She fights back, with a kiss of her own. In a stunning move, Sarah grabs Brady Black and kisses him passionately, right in public, right where it'll hurt the most. What was meant to be a power play spirals out of control. Xander erupts in fury, not just at Sarah, but at Brady. Old rivalries reignite, harsh words are exchanged, and fists follow. The confrontation becomes physical, ugly, and deeply personal. These aren't just men fighting over a woman. This is years of unspoken resentment boiling over in front of Salem's watchful eyes. And yet, Gabby doesn't stop there. Her next target? Philip Kuriakis. She turns her attention to him with the same calculated precision, weaving her charm into every conversation, using the chaos she's already created as a smokescreen. But here's where the danger lies. In the midst of the seduction, something shifts. The game doesn't feel like a game anymore. Is Gabby catching real feelings for Philip? If so, the entire mission is at risk. Emotional entanglement was never part of the plan. But as Gabby gets deeper, she may be forced to choose between loyalty to Tony and a possible future with someone who could see her, not as a manipulator, but as a woman worth loving. And in Salem, that kind of choice never ends without collateral damage. As the courtroom drama unfolds and Gabby's games ensnare the Kuriaki's men, another voice enters the fray, one that's unexpected, eccentric, and oddly insightful. Susan Banks is back. With her signature quirks and uncanny sixth sense, Susan returns to Salem just in time to offer Johnny DiMera a lifeline. She insists she has a plan. One of her famous visions has led her to believe she can help prove Johnny's innocence. And while most brush off her ideas as far-fetched, Susan has a history of being shockingly right when it matters most. Her plan may be bizarre. It may involve crystals, trances, or psychic vibes, but beneath the eccentricity is a grandmother who will do anything to protect her grandson. Simultaneously, E.J. DiMera decides to pursue a more clinical route. He turns to Marlena, requesting that she use hypnosis to recover Johnny's blocked memories. If Johnny witnessed something, anything, that could clear his name, Marlena might be the only one who can access it. But with Marlena's own mental state unraveling and her connection to Stefano resurfacing, is she the right person for this task? Or could she inadvertently lead Johnny deeper into confusion? Then there's Rachel Black. She's terrified. She knows she may be called to testify, and she's haunted by a fear she can't explain. Something about that night feels wrong. Foggy. Disconnected. And there's a chilling possibility no one wants to say aloud. What if Rachel was the shooter? What if she's blocked out the memory completely? As the trial barrels forward, everyone is holding their breath. Not just because of what will be said on the stand, but because of what might be remembered. Susan's plan, EJ's hypnosis, Marlena's unraveling, and Rachel's trauma all converge in a tangled mess of emotion, memory, and mystery. And at the center of it all, Johnny DiMera, a man caught between innocence and damnation, waiting to see if the truth will save him, or destroy him. Just when Tate Black thought things couldn't get more complicated, Sophia drops a revelation so unexpected, it knocks the wind out of him. With a calm, calculated expression, she tells Tate that she's already given birth, and what's worse, she claims she handed the baby over to an adoptive couple in Chicago. No discussion, no warning, no consent. For Tate, this isn't just betrayal, it's devastation. He stands there, silent, unable to process what he's hearing. Brady Black, watching the exchange unfold, jumps in to demand answers. How could Sophia make such a life-altering decision without consulting Tate? How could she be so cold, so detached? Tate isn't just a bystander, he's the child's father. But beneath the surface of Sophia's confident demeanor is a lie. The truth is far more heartbreaking, and far more twisted. Sophia didn't give the baby to any family in Chicago. In fact, she didn't even have a girl. She gave birth to a baby boy, and in a move that shocks even the most understanding hearts in Salem, she left him in a safe haven box. Alone, unnamed, abandoned, and yet, fate had other plans. Javi Hernandez stepped in and quietly rescued the baby from that lonely fate. He knows the truth, but why hasn't he told Tate? What is he protecting? And more importantly, where is the baby now? As Tate struggles to process the layers of betrayal, he realizes he's trapped in a nightmare of half-truths and misdirection. A child, his child, is out there. Alive. Needing him. And he's the last one to know. This storyline is only beginning to unravel. Sophia's lies won't hold forever. And when the truth explodes, as it inevitably will, Salem will bear witness to a young man transformed by grief, betrayal, and the desperate drive to bring his child home. As chaos brews around Salem, Stephanie Johnson finds herself facing a storm of a different kind, one she's built herself, word by word, page by page. Her upcoming book release should be a triumphant milestone, a celebration of her talent and hard work. But instead of pride, Stephanie is gripped by panic. Beneath the glossy cover lies a secret that could destroy her career. She didn't write it alone. The ghostwriting arrangement was supposed to stay buried. But in a town like Salem, secrets are never safe for long. Stephanie begins to unravel under the pressure, tormented by the thought that the truth could come out at any moment. What if the real author speaks up? What if the media exposes her? What if her name becomes synonymous not with success, but with scandal? Her fears are amplified by the watchful eyes of Salem's elite, and the shame of having to face her supporters if the truth leaks. For Stephanie, the greatest enemy right now isn't the public, it's her own conscience. Meanwhile, Doug Williams III begins his own emotional journey, but his is one of redemption. After the Ariana and Holly kidnapping nightmare reaches a safe conclusion, Doug wastes no time. He starts an apology tour, speaking to everyone affected by the crisis he was pulled into. First, he expresses heartfelt regret to Ari and Holly, offering not just words, but genuine sorrow for their ordeal. Then he turns to Julie Williams. Their relationship has always been fragile, and the recent tension over the missing necklace pushed them further apart. But Doug doesn't shy away. He apologizes for the necklace scandal, for the drama it caused, and for the hurt he inflicted. Julie, true to form, listens carefully, perhaps skeptically, but there's no denying Doug's sincerity. With his apologies made and his conscience clearer than it's been in months, Doug quietly packs his bags. He made a promise to Tate Black, and he intends to keep it. Without fanfare or attention, he leaves Salem behind. Perhaps for a fresh start. Perhaps to disappear. But one thing is certain, he exits with more grace than he entered. Doug's departure is bittersweet. He leaves behind regret, but also closure. And in a town fueled by revenge and secrets, sometimes closure is the rarest gift of all. From twisted love triangles and dangerous seductions to courtroom collapses and mysterious dreams, the next 2 weeks of Days of Our Lives are packed with intrigue, betrayal, and emotional reckoning. Will Marlena uncover the truth, or will she become another pawn in a Demera game? Will Gabby lose control of her own schemes if she falls for Philip? And will Tate finally learn the full truth about his child, or will someone keep it buried? Let us know what you think will happen in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more dramatic breakdowns and Days of Our Lives spoilers every week. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Salem's secrets are just getting started.